yourself. I don't think it's morning yet. It is? Alright, I'll take your word for it, but I'm not opening my eyes. Have you been awake for a minute? Yeah? No, I've been awake too. I don't know. I was just dozing, I guess. You know that I've been awake? How'd you know that? You hear it in my breathing. What are you, a breath doctor now? You're a breath scientist? Oh, you are? Yeah, you're a breath doctor? Okay. Alright, doctor. What are you gonna do for me? How do I get better? What do you mean you're gonna give me a mammogram? That's for your lungs. What are you talking about? Oh, you're gonna study my breath. This is so goofy. Go back to sleep, you goof. Try again in half an hour. Oh, come here. Good morning. Good morning. No, I slept good. Yeah, I think I had really intense dreams. I feel like I was running around all night. What about you? You too? It must be the full moon or something. That makes sense though. I feel like I feel you twitching last night, chasing rabbits or whatever you were doing. Well, what's going on with your Saturday, my love? How are you going to spend the day? Oh, you got some reading to catch up on for book club. Okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot you volunteered at the animal shelter today. You go walk some dogs? Nice. Will you feel good about it? I mean, I know it can be kind of like emotionally draining sometimes. No, you do. Yeah, I figured you're looking forward to it. Well, yeah, I mean, that sounds like a pretty good day, but, you are forgetting something, aren't you? You don't know? You really don't know? Think about it. What do you know about today? It's Saturday, and... Baby, come on. Are you feeling dumb now? What has it been 2 weeks since we last did? Oh, yes. Don't cover your face with the sheet. Come here. Okay, fine. Fine, stay covered up. But you can't block out my voice. And I'm going to put my face really close to your ear. And I'm going to remind you that every other Saturday... What? We have an arrangement, don't we? Every 2 weeks on Saturday, what happens? What happens, my love? What happens? You're not going to say? All right, I'll say it for you. Every other Saturday, you don't get to get out of bed until I tell you how it is. We can have an evil laugh. Shut up. No, I mean, I get to tell you how it is, and I look forward to it every day of those 2 weeks, because you can't do anything about it because we have a deal, don't we? This is me compromising, remember? It used to be worse than this for you. I used to be catching you all the time in the middle of tasks, in the middle of your work, calling you and texting you, sneaking up behind you while you're making food, just to start whispering things in your little ear about how sweet and kind and beautiful you are. I can already feel you twitching. Yeah, I used to be able to get to do that anytime I wanted, but now, because we have this stupid deal, now I'm limited to every other week. But you best believe I'm not going to forget about it. I think that's what you thought, that I would just breeze right past it when you started telling me about your day. But no such luck for you, my love. Not at all. I will give you a choice, however. You want a choice? Yeah, okay. Here's your choice. Body, mind, or heart? Don't groan at me. What's it going to be? Body, mind, or heart? You pick the thing, and I'm going to tell you what I love about it, about you. You just have to pick. Okay, look, you're taking too long. I'm going to pick. I'm going to start with mind. Let's take a look at that little mind of yours. See what's going on in there. So first, what was the very first thing you said to me? Before we were even fully awake, you rolled over and you made that joke about mammograms. Like, baby, that's so funny. I mean, I know I rolled my eyes at you, but that's because it was funny, and you just did that like nothing. Like, you're that clever all the time. You're so witty, and you're so, I don't know, the jokes that you make are just really sweet because they come from this place of sweetness where you're never laughing at anyone. It's never at anyone's expense. It's just really funny takes on the world that come from like how unique your mind is. This weird little place where all these weird little things happen. You know, it's like this funhouse mirror world version of everything. And when you just share a little slice of that, like with a joke like that, it works so well. So I think that's why you are low-key like the funniest person I've ever met. Don't roll your eyes at me. Or, you know what? Go ahead and roll your eyes at me and make some flip comments to try to distract me from what I'm saying. And I can guarantee that it's actually going to be super funny because that's your mind. I think that's why, too, the creative things that you do are so beautiful. Like everything I've ever seen you do in visual art, in your writing, in the like music that I've heard you make, like everything has had a quality about it that I think sometimes people work for their whole lives and never find. And I think that's just, you're connected to your muse. And I don't even know what that is. Like, I don't get it because I'm not operating at the same level you are. Like, I'm not that gifted, but you are. So, you know, I can't even tell you what exactly you're doing, but I can see you doing it. And I know that's why when you share your work with people, when it's creative, even just the little creative things you do, the way you wrap a present, or the way you serve up a plate of food that you've put a lot of love into, or the way that you dress, like all of these things, there's something about them. Like there's something about the way you do that that makes people stop and appreciate what they're looking at. That's what I mean when I say that your mind is magical, like that your mind is tuned in to something that most of us don't get to tune into. That's kind of otherworldly. And what am I getting to you a little bit? Yeah. See, that's how I know I'm starting to do my job. Like when I first start telling you how it is, it's all eye rolls and jokes and whatnot. You hide under the sheet, etc. But when I start really getting close, you get quiet and you just kind of like, well, you look embarrassed for sure, but I don't know, baby, are you feeling similar kind of way? That doesn't matter. That's not the point. I am just telling you how it is, and we both know that. That's all I'm doing. So, that's your mind. Just one small part of it. And there's so many more things I could say about it. How quickly you learn new things. How you pick up on stuff just like nothing. Like when we were hanging out with your family and your little niece was getting you to do some TikTok dance. You were doing it better than her within 30 seconds. How do you explain that? Your mind is special. There's something going on in there. And I, for one, want to know what it is because I want to do it. Like, you know, I'm smart in my own ways. I know that. I've got my own brain here, but I'm not doing what you're doing. And I feel like if I could get on your level with some of these things, I mean, hell, I could be the next TikTok star or whatever. No, I know. Okay, that one's a little unfair. I am cheating a little bit because that wasn't your idea. So it is extra embarrassing. I get it. But I'm just saying, truly, genuinely, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how your mind works as fluidly and dynamically and cleverly and insightfully and creatively as it does. I just don't get it. So, if you can tell me how to do that, please do. But I think we gotta move on now. I mean, there's so much ground to cover. I don't have an evil laugh. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Do you want to have another crack at taking a choice? You can choose body or heart. You don't want to choose still? You're not going to choose? All right. I'm just going to do it for you. I think I got to go with heart. You know why? Well, I'm kind of saving the best for last. And I don't mean that I value your body more than your heart. It's all part of the same package. I could never choose. But I have noticed that compliments about your body seem to make you, I don't know, a little extra squirmy and nervous and embarrassed and flustered and, I savor that. I mean, all right, let me not get ahead of myself. What is it about your heart that I love so much? I mean, God, what don't I love about your heart, baby? Like what you are inside, the part of you that really makes you you. I mean, that's the part of you that I fell in love with when I first met you. Like when I came into the library and you were there working, and you started giving me those smiles. It wasn't about how beautiful you were, though that was not an insignificant factor. And it wasn't about how clever and cute you are, because I wasn't even talking to you yet. I didn't know. It was about your inner warmth, baby. The warmth that you have for the world. I feel it. Our friends feel it. Our families feel it. Everyone who deals with you, everyone who has any contact with you, they all know, we all know, how much kindness and sweetness you carry around in the world. It's just a feeling. It's a feeling that people get from you. It's a feeling that you give people just because of the way you look at them and the way you care about them. And obviously care isn't just a feeling. Like, you do work too. You do hard work. I mean, what are you doing today? Volunteering and reading for your book club and all that stuff. That's about your care for other people. You don't look convinced, but I know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, think about a couple weeks ago when you found that person's wallet. How much work did you do to get it back to them? You spent like 2 days calling around and trying to catch that person so you could give them back their wallet with the money still inside it. That is how the world should work, but it's not how the world always does work. So when someone comes through like that, when someone is really, really, really putting in labor to take care of other people and to make other people's lives a little sweeter and softer and gentler, baby, you have to understand how angelic that is. That's a little touch of divine. Wait, what? It's what anyone would have done? Oh, well, this is a very interesting thing. Because A, that's just objectively not true. It should be true. People should do that for each other, always. But, people's lives are hard and they struggle, and people don't always have the energy or the wherewithal to do the right thing. So it's just not, objectively, it's just not true. But even more important than that is that you know what you just did, right? Listen to you, what do you mean? You know what you just did. You argued with me. Yes, you did. You super did. You argued with me when I gave you a compliment. And what does that mean, sweetheart? You're shaking your head, but you know exactly what it means. This is part of our arrangement. If you argue with me when I give you a compliment, then I win a little prize, and my prize is that you have to say something nice about yourself. Now, are you going to choose what it is, or am I? I would rather choose, but I'll let you choose if you want to. Oh, you're so frumpy. Oh my God, you're mad about this one, aren't you? Well, don't argue with me then. Don't argue with me when I'm telling you how it is. Or, this is a little consequence that you have to deal with. So, you're not volunteering anything, so I'm going to step in and intervene. Here's what you have, baby. Look at me. Hey, look at me. Don't roll away. Look at me. Look. Here's what you have to say about yourself. You have to look at me and say, I am so sweet. Come on, say it. Repeat after me. I am so sweet and warm and kind and generous that it brightens the world and it makes my boyfriend's heart skip a beat. There you go. Well, that was almost perfect, except that you weren't looking at me. Come on, look at me. Do it. You gotta play by the rules or this doesn't work at all. Look at me. One more time. I am so sweet and kind and warm and generous. Say it. Good. That it brightens the world. Good. And you know the last part. Say it. That's right. That's right. It makes your boyfriend's heart skip a beat. You don't believe me? Well, just wait until the results from my mammogram come back and you'll see it for yourself. Okay, so that's pretty good on the heart front. That's pretty good. I mean, there's more to say. There's always more to say. But once again, just so much ground to cover. I think we gotta move on. Where does that take us? Oh, you look so embarrassed right now. Hang on, I just need to put my hand. I'm not gonna touch you, I just need to put my hand right here, next to your face. You are radiating heat right now. Baby, do you have a fever? Are you sure? Should I take your temperature? Oh, I don't know, something's going on with you, baby. You feel like you might be feverish. I'm going to have to give you a little once-over later and make sure that you're healthy. Wouldn't want you to come down with a fever, my love. So, speaking of, maybe can you just look right in my eyes for a second? I know it makes you nervous, but it makes me really happy. Yeah, that's the stuff. So, starting with those eyes, my sweet thing. Your eyes are so bright and sparkling and angelic and hypnotic that I really find myself getting lost in them. Honest to God, sometimes when you're talking to me, I have to kind of shake myself out of it and remember to pay attention to what you're saying because you point those things at me and I'm just lost. I'm a lost cause. And that, baby, that is just your eyes. That's only one small part of you. There's so many more details that I could linger on. Like, God, I mean, let me just start at the ground. How about that fine little curve of your ankle? And the way it gets these little marks from your socks. Those little prints from the fabric. What am I supposed to do with that? Just look at it and continue my day? I can't do that. Or the way that your calves have this beautiful shape to them. They're just, God, I want to like eat your calves. Sorry, I don't mean that in like the evil way. I just mean cute aggression, you know? Your calves are perfectly shaped and they have that strength. I mean, your whole legs, your thighs, your calves, your glutes, they're all very, very strong from all the walking you do and other kinds of exercise as well. I mean, speaking of, as we move farther up, damnation, perdition, purgatory at best. That's where I'm ending up as I go farther. Now, hang on, before I get any more lost, let me just look at your hand, baby. Can I just see your hand? Look at this beautiful hand. What am I going to do with this? That was a rhetorical question, baby. I mean, look at it. The way your fingers are so long and graceful, but also, again, surprisingly strong. And these fine lines on your palm, and the little writing callus here on your middle finger. Oh, I could go on. But just bear with me for a second, because now, looking at your face, just one of the million details that I notice is how smooth and bright your skin is, how it's got this kind of healthy radiance to it, and these ever so delicate, almost invisible little lines right at the corners of your mouth. What? You don't like them? Why? You think they look like a sign of aging? Oh, baby. Well, I guess I got two things to say about that. One is that the tiniest imperfection can bring the whole into greater relief and amplify the beauty 1,000-fold. I mean, that's just the truth of how humans perceive beauty. People have known this forever, like since ancient times. If you really want to make something beautiful, you need a little blemish of some sort. Something to show you're not just a doll or like an AI creation or something. And my love, I cannot tell you how invisible these little lines are to everyone else. I only see them because I study your face like it's a work of art. I only see them because I see you under these crazy lighting conditions where it's just right. And then I see it, and then your face somehow. Sorry. No, I'm sorry, it's stupid. I get emotional talking about this. Your face is so beautiful. Your smile wrecks me every fucking time. So, that's the first thing. The second thing is that you did it again. You argued with me. You did. You argued with me about a compliment that I gave you. So now, you gotta say something else for me, baby. And don't try to cheat me this time, or I'm just gonna make you do it again. Look right in my eyes. Okay, you ready? Now repeat after me. I am so beautiful and charming and graceful and cute and dreamy and magnetic and sexy and beautiful, that my boyfriend would do absolutely anything I asked just to make me happy. Oh, there's that look again. You are so flustered, my love, and yet your eyes are so wide right now. And you know, I don't even really know why. Because I'm not telling you anything you don't know. I'm just making you say it out loud. Anyway, we're not done yet. We're not. I didn't finish. So keep repeating now. Repeat after me. My boyfriend, say it. Good. Will do absolutely anything to make me happy. And what I want my boyfriend to do is